Today, in this video, we'll talk about the difference between must and should. Must and should both are models. Must is used when expressing an unavoidable requirement, whereas should is simply a recommendation or an advice. Must means you can't choose. You have to do it. You have no option. Should means you can choose. You have an option. The person has a choice. It's just a recommendation of some kind. Must is used to talk about a necessity or obligation. It is used when people are compelled to do something. Should means there is no compulsion. It's just a choice. Now, let's take a look at their differences one by one. The first one we hear is a strong obligation. That's a compulsion. Should means a suggestion that's not very strong. Must is very strong. I'm going to read these examples for you. You must follow the traffic rules. You should not worry about your son. You must follow the traffic rules means you have no option, you have no choice, you can't violate the traffic rules. You must follow them. You should not worry about your son. Let's say my friend's son is really notorious. She's extremely worried about him. Now, I recommend or I give her a suggestion that she should not worry about her son. Children are like this only, and all the children are notorious. So she should not worry about her son. The next example is Tim mustn't smoke near children. It's not allowed. There is a compulsion not to smoke near children. He mustn't smoke near children. He mustn't do it. Tim should try to understand the situation. It is Tim's choice whether he understands or not. It is just a suggestion from me that I want him to understand the situation. Thus, it's a neutral suggestion. It's not a very strong suggestion. There is no compulsion. It's Tim's choice to understand or not to understand the situation. Let's move to the next slide. Advice. Must and should both can be used for giving an advice. Now, let's take a look at the examples and understand what is the difference between must and should when giving an advice. He must see a doctor. He looks really pale. This means that it's a very strong advice coming from someone, and the person must see a doctor. He has no choice. He must do this. He should see a doctor. The problem is not acute, so he has a choice. It's a very neutral advice coming from someone. He should see a doctor. So here, the advice is really strong. The advice is not strong in should's case. So when someone says he must see a doctor, means he doesn't have an option and he must do it. He must go to a doctor. He should see a doctor. The choice is there. The problem is not severe. They must water their plants. That means probably their plants are dying. They must do it to save the plants. They have no option. The advice is really stronger. They should water their plants. Let's say someone has bought new plants and probably their mom is telling them, you should water your plants. So that's just a neutral advice. The plants are not dying here. So someone is simply suggesting that you should water your plant. I hope you have liked my video and the difference between must and should is clear to you. Stay tuned for more videos like this. Happy learning. Thank you so much.